At Studio 54.
It's very dark. Is that okay?
I think so.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Is that just like the angle of your screen?
I don't know. Maybe it's the angle of my screen.
Or do you have like a brightness thing?
No, I don't think. Well, but I don't know if that's going to show up like this or if it's just the way we're looking at it.
Whatever.
I don't know. I don't know. And now this conversation is immortalized forever on the internet.
That's what we want, right?
Right? All the little
YouTube, the midden heap of the future.
It's I feel like anthropologists of the future are going to have a
you know what a midden heap is?
Yes, right? I know what a midden heap is. No, but it's like there is so much for them to go through, and they're either going to be like, wow, these people were like so prolific, or they're going to be like, they were crazy, why were they recording themselves all the time?
Right?
So,
or it'll be like, what's this mysterious thing? There must be some cultural importance.
The cultural importance of Fab Chat.
Turns out it's just a Roman tool for knitting gloves.
Right? Oh my God.
Have you heard of that one?
No.
It's this like dodecahedron shape with little like knobs. And so each surface has like a hole and knobs on it.
Yeah.
And archaeologists, like it was first discovered in like the 1870s, something like that. And people are like, ooh, it's some sort of religiously significant divination tool or something like this. You know, like, oh, it's mysterious.
Yes.
And, wow. You give it to some people, some women.
Yes. Yeah, and it's always
our textile people, and they're like, let me fiddle with this for a little while. Got it. It's for knitting gloves.
Yep.
That took me 5 minutes to figure out.
That's why you need all kinds of lived experiences.
And I've completely upturned 150 years of archaeological scholarship.
I just got the notification. I can't see what that said, but I think Tanya says she has to watch this later. That's okay. We'll be here later for you, Tanya.
That's fine, Tanya. I have stickers I'm going through. This
I
one,
love it.
It's not inverted, but this one says, "Tell your cat I said." Pss, 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 pss. This one.
Oh my God, that's for
0 days without a dad joke.
That's for my husband. That's for Rachel.
That's for Rachel. That's for my 21-year-old daughter. Hello, I'm awkward.
I gotta tell you,
for all of us, really.
So Rachel, your daughter babysat my son like 5 years ago once.
Yes, once.
And he still talks about it. Like he brought it up the other day. He's like, what was the name of that person from your work that babysat me? She made really good cookies.
She does make really good cookies.
Yes. So
what kind of cookies did she make?
He called them lava cookies. I think they were like chocolate cookies with a soft center.
Could be.
But yeah,
she makes a really, really good mint chocolate cookie.
Ooh, nice.
It's really good.
Nice.
Yeah. This one says, I'm speaking women. As in all women.
Yes.
Yeah. Anyhow, those are fun. These ones in here.
Those ones are gorgeous. You showed me these the other day.
Stunning. So there's this Canada flag one. There's maple leaf one. This is like a moth. And then, let me get this the right way up. It's Ontario.
Woo-hoo. Beautiful.
What's in here?
I like that we've gone like all in on stickers.
You people love stickers.
Yeah.
Honestly, people love stickers.
Oh, pretty.
A hummingbird. And
Canada?
Canada. I love that one in particular.
Yeah.
And
like a fire.
A campfire. Because now that it's not Christmas, it's camping planning season. And a camera with all sorts of fun landscapes. Yeah, so this would be, kit out your camping gear. I was going to say, kit out your water bottles.
Didn't even think I could put stickers on my cooler.
Stickers on your cooler, absolutely.
Like, there's another surface I can decorate. Hello, yes.
Everything.
I do not camp though. I did when I was younger, and it does not suit me.
Does not suit you, even with all of the luxury camping.
I would rather stay in a cottage.
Okay.
Yeah, camping is not my jam.
We started camping when our kids were little because that's what we could afford.
And that's why we went when I was little, because it was, it was cheap and easy to do.
Yeah, so But yeah, it is camping planning season. Anybody else like planning all their camping?
You guys go quite a bit.
Not as much now that the kids are older and they're busy. Like
Yeah.
I've booked a site for Sandbanks for mid-May, and that's all we have right now. And I'm honestly not sure that we'll actually go. It really just depends.
Busy.
It's busy. It depends on what the kids are doing. I don't know when Nicholas is going to be in summer camp.
Yes.
I have no idea what Rachel or Samuel are doing. All sorts of things.
Yep.
So I have a business trip at the end of July. So
Yeah.
all sorts of different.
I've got our
factors.
cottage week booked.
The same week that I'm away on business.
Yes. Yeah. That just so happened to be that because that's when the cottage was available.
Yep.
And I like that. I like the fire pit.
Yeah.
I like the little. There's a little dock to fish off of. So and it's not so engrossed in nature that I can't literally walk up the hill to the winery. That's my kind of vacation.
There you go. Should we talk about new stuff?
Let's talk. I want to talk about first one of the what's going on things. It's taken a little bit for us to get back into.
Are we finally caught up on orders?
We are okay. So we're caught up on orders. We're working on locating.
That only took
a week.
8 days. We were back. Well, I started packing on the 2nd. And were we packed up? Did we get caught up?
No, we were we were caught up before then. It took just about a week. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. For your patience. Yes, for your patience and for your love.
You do have a pickup notification in your email box.
Well, no, so that's what we're sorting out right now is apparently
how is that not done?
The pickup notification. Some of the pickup notifications
that's supposed
weren't
to happen.
sent.
Like, was I the only one doing it? I stopped doing it like last week.
Don't know. So that's on my list to do today.
Come on, people.
And
it's on the checklist.
The next big thing that I had been working on is February's classes should be releasing later today or tomorrow. Michelle's, I've done my part and Michelle's got to do her part now. Yeah. And then now that is done, I can focus on notifying people about the events that are coming up because we have several events coming up. And one that we always have events coming up. So
this is an online thing?
This is an online, our next sew along. So we had planned originally to do the new noodle head bag, the Oxbow.
Yes.
But it didn't release in time. It won't be available until probably mid-February.
Okay.
So we're doing that one in March. And what we did is I was going to do a garment because we haven't done a garment in a while.
Yeah.
So we've picked the sagebrush top. We really like Friday patterns because they have very clear instructions.
Yeah.
And the size range is
expansive,
incredibly inclusive.
Yeah.
So
the best out there.
It really is.
Honestly.
So, and I know that looking at this top, some people are going to be like, that is not my jam at all. But I want to tell you.
I think you don't have to tuck it. Like they've got it tucked.
In the one person. Well, I know the sleeves are big poofy sleeves.
Yes.
And so I'm going to go through how to de-poof the sleeves.
Yes.
It's an easy alteration.
Yes. You could make them long.
You can leave the ruffle off the front. You can leave them off so it can be a tank top. So if you're looking for some like a nice easy sew to ease you into the year, this is a good one. And don't be intimidated by
and no closures. It just pops on over the head. It's got a tie in the back.
And a lot of the information I'm going to share is very general information, like what certain pattern markings mean, how to trace a pattern, how to measure yourself. So, so that's going to start within the next 2 weeks. I don't have an exact date yet.
This would be really easy to alter too, because like you could just go with your full bust size to choose a size.
Yeah.
And then you could very easily make the bodice of it as wide as your hips need.
Yeah.
Because it's just in there.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah. But in terms of fabric choices, anything sort of like a lightweight woven is going to be really nice.
Yeah.
So I'm working on the sample.
You can see, I don't know if you want to look on the website, but So the green one, that's in some sort of rayon. You can tell by how the sleeve is pooling a little bit more. It's a softer drape versus this is probably a cotton woven, and you can tell because it's got a little bit more body and the sleeves are holding their shape a little bit more. So you can see how the sleeves are, it's like staying out, whereas this one, gravity is kind of pulling it down. So this is a softer, flowier fabric, and that one is a little
more
bit
structured,
more structured, stiffer fabric. So this fabric would be more like the checked one.
Though it also has bamboo content, so it's going to be a little bit more drapey.
I don't know. I think it's going to be a lot like a poplin.
I'm making the sample out of this.
Yeah.
So this is the Nocturne Chambray.
Yeah. And that's a blend of cotton
and bamboo. This is a rayon or a visco chelly.
Mm-hmm.
So this would be that really drapey poo. Oh, sorry, I just hit you in the.
See how it moves more? It sort of jiggles when you flow it like this.
Yeah. So I think that one, and then I absolutely love using stretch wovens because it, like when you inevitably
in a shirt like that, it's not going to change how the garment drapes.
No.
But if you go like this,
it's going to give
you a little bit more ease in the shoulders, which is nice because you want a shirt like that. You want it to fit really nicely in the sleeves, in the top of the bodice,
and then fall.
And you want it to fit really nicely in the shoulders because if things fit nicely in the shoulders, the rest of the garment almost doesn't matter. It'll automatically look tailored and like it fits you.
So this one is a visco stretch poplin.
Yeah.
So this one's this is probably gonna be a little bit in between.
And when we say stretch, it has just
minimal,
a tiny maybe 2 or 3%. Like it's just a little it's just a little tiny bit, right? So you can see how it's still really drapey, but it's just got a little bit of wearing ease. It's not going to impact the fit of the garment.
That's right. And it's the same as the we got in a bunch of stretch corduroy, so it's the same. You can see, maybe you can't, this color is too dark.
Shine my light on it. No, that's not helping.
No, sorry. You can see there. Just it's got this just extra little bit of stretch. I love this for pants because inevitably
when you sit down, it's not too tight.
Throughout the month as your body changes, because that happens, and I find that you gain as much as several inches. And this means that you can still keep wearing your favorite pants. There were some comments I need to.
I can't see them.
No.
They're too small.
Does the visco stretch work as a jacket liner? Yeah, it could totally work as a jacket liner.
It's slippery enough.
Yeah. So, fine whale corduroy, and we got some wide whale. Wide whale as well. In a
lot of colors.
10 different colors, I think.
A lot.
Yeah. So
a lot of colors.
And if you're looking at this, there's a real trend right now for corduroy bags. You could the stretch is not going to affect the bag because most of these pieces are going to be interfaced, which will eliminate your stretch. So don't be intimidated by that. That's my word today. Intimidated.
Lots of corduroy in bags these days. Even casual totes that you throw over your shoulder, or structured backpacks and
this is a lyocell twill. We've had this before because I think I made flint pants out of this.
Yes, we've had this before. It just comes in a lot of colors now.
Yes.
10 colors.
And this would also work really nicely for the sagebrush, or if someone is looking for jacket lining.
Yeah, exactly. This is a little bit of a heavier fabric than the other 3 that we showed you.
Yes.
But it would still be, it's got enough drape that it would work for the sagebrush. And especially if you wanted to lengthen the sagebrush into a dress.
Yes.
This is heavy enough, whereas
those are a little bit lighter.
Maybe they're nice and opaque.
They're like summer weight.
They'd be a summer weight. This is more of a 3-season sort of weight for a dress.
Yeah. So so details for that will be shared – hopefully in tomorrow's newsletter. And we'll be sharing the link to the yeah, and it'll be our usual sew along format on YouTube. I think it's Tuesday nights. But obviously, and someone was asking the other day, they didn't realize. Is it
gonna be a quick sew? Do you think? Pretty, like it won't take very long. How many sessions are you gonna do?
I scheduled 4,
probably enough.
which should be enough. I have not been able to get access to my sewing machine since before Christmas, so I don't really know, which is one of the reasons this has been delayed, because I have not been able to get the sample.
You know what? But they've got it listed as a beginner pattern.
I think it is. It's going to be fast. Like if you look at it, the bodice is a top bodice and then a bottom. So you're probably just tops, like sewing the ruffle in. It's a bias neckline.
Bias bound neckline. It's not even a facing.
Yeah. And
there's probably some like elastic in the sleeves.
I think there's an option for elastic in the sleeves.
Yeah.
And then you're just like, it's shoulder sleeves.
Yeah.
So yeah, it should be minimal.
Yeah. And I would say, like if you wanted to make it into a dress, just like add a meter.
Yeah.
Add a meter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And an easy way, I'll give you my secrets now. An easy way to lengthen into a dress is pick a dress pattern you like, that you know you like the length of, and then just use that pattern piece and lengthen to that length.
Yeah.
So, simple to do. What else do we got to talk about? Those guys. We got how many? 12 new colors? Something like that. Ribbing, which is great for finishing cuffs and necklines, and it matches all of the jerseys that we have in stock right now.
We have the 1x1 in lots of colors.
Yes. And 2x2 in black.
Black only.
That finally arrived.
The navy, I guess, was out of stock. They didn't ship.
Yes. So these are all up and on the website.
And as you can see, these are tubular knits.
Yes.
So keep that in mind. You'll probably need more than your pattern is saying, and the greatest stretch goes across the tube.
There's some stretch, but I like a ribbing like that because it means that it doesn't sag.
Yeah.
When you're making your cuffs.
Yeah. But if you're looking for ribbing for like the bottom of a sweatshirt,
you'll need more.
But also you'll have to
cut open.
You have to cut it here, and you'll have to figure out if the open width is enough.
Yes.
Because sometimes, like if you've got like I know I did a Merchant & Mills oversized sweatshirt.
Oh, and it wasn't enough.
I couldn't. I had the hardest time finding a ribbing that was actually wide enough.
Okay.
To do like the full front or back of the sweater, and eventually I had to get their custom cuffing that they had.
Was that why we ended up carrying it?
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah. But it was
once upon a time,
like things like that. You got to think about things like that.
Once upon a time, when I made children's clothing for a living, I used to make a lot of one-of-a-kind sweatshirts, and I would try to use as many scrap pieces as possible.
For sure.
Because I wanted to reduce landfill, and so sometimes I would do like an accent piece in the ribbing of like a fun fabric.
Absolutely.
And it always worked out really well. So if you don't have enough width, that's one way to sort of get around that. Get creative. I'll do this and then we'll do those. So
that's
this is
new book,
Jenny Rushmore's new book, Sewing the Curve, which I haven't actually looked at. I popped it on the shelf the other day. The patterns are all in the back, so you don't have to get them printed.
And this is a US 12 to a US 32 sizes. Yeah. And it would be in her typical D to H cups.
Yes. And it's got the usual, like, get prepared, how to sew things, how to measure yourself.
Yeah.
Sewing skills section. Yes. So a sewing skills section.
Yeah.
The fabric types. So it's a resource book as well as, and then you know.
It's one of those books where she's teaching sewing skills by working through
a series of patterns.
A series of progressively more complicated patterns. Yeah.
So, nice simple dress. So lots of nice stuff in that one.
Yeah.
And then finally it's only like technically like a month late.
No. It was supposed to arrive in October.
Oh, well, then it's very late.
It's very late. So Della had some production issues with their new releases. So all of their very lovely products that I had specially ordered for Christmas gift giving have arrived in January. So please come buy some lovely gifts for yourself. But they've got this is the new midi backpack.
Anyone with a January birthday.
So it's got, adjustable straps here. It's got pockets on either side. It's got a zippered, like a slide pocket in the back here. It's just a little one. It just goes to there. But that'd be good for like your wallet. Or like a passport.
Yep.
It's got another slide pocket in the front that's also just like that deep. A little pocket here, and then of course we open it up and it's got all the typical Della Q features. It's got
the thread cutter.
It's got a thread cutter. It's got a thread guide. It's got a zippered pocket on the inside. It's got some slip pockets inside for like hooks and pens and stuff like that. And then it's big enough for like a sweater project.
Yeah.
You probably can't see that very well, but it's big enough for like a sweater's worth of yarn.
And how many colors did we get it in?
This one I think we got in 5 colors.
Okay. Ooh.
Yeah, lots of colors in this one.
This is fantastic.
So this we have in 3 colors. This is their new needle and hook notebook. So it's got a really nice like handle on the back. Let's move the tag out of the way. A little handle on the back. And then snap opening. And then you open it up and we've got some tools at the front. There's a tape measure and snips and some darning needles. This little pocket here for a pen or something, a little zippered pouch. And then we get into the various pages of tool holder pages. So this would be good for like straight needles or
crochet hooks.
Or actually double pointed needles, probably. Yep. And then we've got another one for like hooks or short needles with a little zippered pocket here. This one's for circulars, so you would put the cable there and then slide your needles underneath the elastic. And then we've got a zippered tool pouch, and then a notebook and a pen.
I wonder if there's options to purchase
additional pages. I talked to them about that at the trade show last year, and I think they were planning on selling those individually later, like maybe this year. Okay, I'm not sure, but because like for someone that would make sense. Doesn't because if you have like a whole bunch of interchangeables, then you want like 3 pages of interchangeables.
Yeah,
and I think they said that it will hold 4 or 5 pages. So right now there's 3 pages of tool holders, and then there's that one of the pouch.
Right. So
I think you can get a little bit more in here.
Yeah.
But I could be
It's
mistaken.
very, very nice.
It's very, very nice. And it's like very organized, and you can just sort of carry it with you. Especially if you do a lot of different projects.
Yes.
Especially like a lot of different projects, or you're on the go. I think that would be particularly helpful, because you could put everything that you need for that, for whatever 3-4 different works in progress that you have going, because nobody has just one.
No.
So then we have the hat box.
I am a sucker for hat boxes.
Oh my gosh.
I used to collect hat boxes.
So it's got a little handle. It's got feet on the bottom, so it stands up like this. Ugh. Right. It has you can clip on straps, and then inside it opens up like this, and it'll sit open like this. So inside we have, again, the tape measure and snips and darning needles. There are little elasticated spaces here for needles. We've got the adjustable shoulder strap. We've got a clear little project bag or notions bag that has, so it's got their mesh that they've done.
Yes.
And then they've also added Oh, this one's having some problems with the zipper. They've added a zippered pouch on the front of them. So that is very handy. And then a little tiny notebook. And
that's really lovely.
It's got the holes, so you can actually
knit while it's closed.
Knit on the go. So it's got the little guide holes, and it has two actually. So if you're doing color work, you can, or alternating skeins, you can
have two on the go.
Exactly.
And how many colors did we get this in?
So this and the notebook we got in 3 colors. We got teal and sage and plum, which is a little bit different than this purple.
Yes.
The plum is a little different.
I need them to come out with a mustard color.
There's a mustard in the backpack, but not in this.
I need them to come out with a mustard color in this, and then I'm all over it.
Well, we'll give
them my feedback.
I can't remember if it came in a mustard. I don't think it did.
No, they haven't yet. They had like an orange a couple years ago.
Orange, that was it. This came in, like the other colors this came in was blue and orange.
Yeah, no.
And I thought, no, people around here, colors that we've had previously, people love the teal and they love the sage.
And they love the purple.
So that's what we went with.
And they had that pink before too, but they discontinued that one.
The pink is totally discontinued. Yeah.
It was too
everything.
light.
It would get stained.
So dirty.
Yeah, stained really easily. So it is discontinued in everything. I know we've had a few people ask to special order them, but they're no longer available. Yeah. So these are all up on the website right now.
Lovely.
For those of you thinking,
buy it for next Christmas.
Well, we're planning ahead in the shorter term. Della Q products are not eligible for 5th Saturday discounts.
No.
So we do have a 5th Saturday coming up at the end of January, but it would not include these products, unfortunately, because our markup is.
But you could use your Fab funds.
You could absolutely use your Fab funds. Yes. For sure. Yeah.
And that would be lovely for anyone who goes to like yarn festivals to be able to carry your project with you.
So fancy.
Right? Did I tell you, talking about yarn, I had mentioned several times over in Christmas that I really wanted a Twister. And my husband did buy me one.
Oh, excellent.
But he didn't buy it from here because he didn't know.
Fuck, Jason?
He didn't know that we carried them. Like,
where do you think she found out about it?
So he had it like shipped from Europe.
What the fuck, Jason? Sorry, excuse me for my language.
But he was listening. He was absolutely listening.
Did you mock him mercilessly?
Oh, 100%. I'm like, why didn't you buy it from us? He's like, I didn't know you carried it. And he's like, and then your email came out and it was on your
website. Type Twister.
There's a reason that I work at this store and all the things I want are from this store.
Twister Canada. I guarantee we would come up. Twister near me.
So it was so useful for knitting in the car. It was really, I'm really happy that I got one.
Great.
It was the thing that I didn't think that I needed until I was using it at Fiberfest. And now I'm like, oh my God, it's so good.
Never want to be without it.
Yeah.
Yes. So, it does work really, really well.
Yeah, I'm very, very happy with that. I think we're out of stock of them. I think we need to reorder.
I'll have to look. I know
we might have like
we were
one.
selling a lot of them around Christmas.
Yeah.
We probably have 1 or 2 left. I think we originally bought 24, so that's pretty good.
Yeah. Anyways, we should wrap up.
What else do we have coming up? We have we're still in like planning mode.
We're still in planning mode.
We've got a lot of exciting things coming up in the new year.
We do have a lot of exciting things coming, and there's a lot of things that
a few changes to policies that you'll hear about.
Yes, tomorrow
in the newsletter.
Yes,
and a few announcements.
Yes,
in the newsletter.
And then February.
We're renewing our lease this year, so cross your fingers. Pray to all the tiny gods of commercial leasing that we get a reasonable rate.
Yes,
because they don't actually tell you what your new rate is until you tell them that you want to renew, and then you start negotiating. And
I think that's really not cool.
And we don't want them to hike.
Yes,
because our rent is finally like affordable.
Yeah.
Of course. Yeah. So.
Yeah. Yeah, January's a little slower, but February we've got like a knit along planned. There's another craft weekend that's coming up.
Yeah.
There's a trunk show in February, so February's going to be
and we have
busy.
some new plans for instituting like new regular events at the store. Where we were going to set aside like a Monday for
that'll be
for like a sewing, almost like the knitting night,
a quilt club,
quilt
club, and and this Saturday is sweater Saturday. You get we started that in December, so you get I think
if you buy 4 skeins of yarn
10%.
You get 10% off any 4, including yarn that is not on sale at any other time.
Oh, I don't know what that
is. Tanya's saying there's a huge empty retail space right across the street.
Oh.
The Canadian Tire. No.
We could totally fill the Canadian Tire with fabric.
But that makes me hyperventilate. Like that, I would have to hire buyers. I would no longer be the buyer. I would just be coordinating and having meetings with buyers.
Yeah, but imagine like you could have office space, and Michelle could have office space, and I could have office space, and Caitlin could have like a dedicated photo studio, and we could have like a giant classroom space.
We could have like in-house.
We could have 2 classrooms running at the same time.
Yeah, what I think they're doing across the street is actually they're retrofitting it into a health club. Like a fitness club.
That's what I'd heard that they're doing.
So they're retrofitting it into a fitness club, and then the long-term plan is to tear down that building and build apartment buildings.
Yeah.
But of course, the planning process for apartment buildings is probably 10 to 15 years.
I was going to say you're looking at probably 20.
Yeah. Yeah. So in the meantime,
it'll be a health club.
I'm pretty sure that's what the plan is.
So go to the gym. And then go to the gym, fabrications,
and cross your fingers that they put in a Starbucks.
Oh my God, that would be really nice.
Starbucks or Bridgeheads, in the lobby.
Yeah,
that'd be fantastic.
Yeah,
or smoothies. I could go for smoothies.
Time and Again is like that way.
It's too far,
and Morning Owl is too far to walk
for a break.
Yeah.
And there's no other coffee around here.
No.
And there's no healthy lunch options.
No, it's like pizza
there's just
or
the
fried
siren
food.
call of Marquis Poutine.
Yeah.
Caitlin's giggling.
And we've got
an
espresso, but I never remember to bring milk, and it's not the same.
It's not the same.
No.
You know what? Maybe we should figure out some sort of like shelf stable. There's got to be like ultra high temperature pasteurized milk that's like shelf stable that we can have.
I can't stand the taste of it. I can't.
Yeah, but if you're gonna like steam it.
No, but I'd rather coffee house inside.
Where, Tanya?
That's Caitlin's dream of selling pies out the back.
Tanya's being cheeky this morning. She's saying we should put a coffee house in the store.
But wouldn't that be if that would be lovely to have like a cafe corner?
Can you imagine like opening your package from Fabrications and it just smells like coffee?
Coffee, or come and like sit and knit and have like a scone and a tea. Like it would be beautiful.
We do
big dreams.
Big dreams. We do need more space. But I don't want to move.
No. Oh my God.
No. What I want to do is kick out the Desjardins.
You keep saying that. It's never going to happen.
It's ideal. Kick out the Desjardins and turn that into our class and office space.
Well, either that or we like take over the people next door.
They're never leaving.
If we knock down the
wall, or
which
actually
this was originally one space.
It was one space, yeah. So I've actually like thought about this because my brain never stops moving. But yeah, we would knock down like a third of the wall there,
right,
and a third of the wall here probably.
Okay.
And probably relocate the cache to the middle here.
Yeah.
And turn that side into classes and offices because it's already got they've built walls there. Like that.
Yeah.
But the wall that they built in the center here is actually like a fire.
Oh yes.
Wall.
Yeah.
So
because it has to separate us.
It's pretty intense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. On that note, have a fantastic Thursday, everybody.
And Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Thanks
and we'll
for joining us.
See everyone next week.
Yeah.
Bye.
Oh my God.